factor by grouping, you take the left pair and you factor out 8x squared, and then you're left with x minus 8. I like to then copy and paste what's in the parentheses, because parentheses need to be the same to group. And then I like to work backwards and see what number goes in front. You minimally always need a positive one or a negative one, if not another number. So I say to myself, what times x gets me x? Okay, 1. So that's a plus 1. And 1 times negative 8 gets us negative 8. So then the value that's repeated, x minus 8, goes in one set of parentheses. The terms in front go in the other set of parentheses. Now you see this squared and you think, oh, maybe I can factor further, but there's no formula for sum of squares, therefore we're done. So then for the next one, on the left side in yellow, I factor out 2x squared. I'm left with 6x plus 1. I copy and paste that, and then I look over here at the blue set and see what number needs to go in front of the bright green parentheses set. What times 6x is negative 30x? What times 1 is negative 5? Okay, it's negative 5. So then our answer is what was written repeated times, so first this 1, and the values in front, 2x squared minus 5. Again, you see difference in squares, but the square root of 5 is a decimal, so you can't factor further. Okay, so the first step in this problem is you take out your GCF. You can take out a 3. Now, with what's remaining, we're going to pretend that we don't see the 3, and we're going to factor by grouping like we did for the other two problems. Okay, so again, pretend you don't see the 3. For the left pair in red, you factor out 7x squared, you're left with x minus 4. You copy and paste the x minus 4 over to the right, and then you work backwards to figure out what's in front. So, for 5x plus 20, what times x is 5x? What times negative 4 is 20? Oops, that should be a minus 20. Okay, so then what goes in front has to be, so then what has to go in front has to be a 5, because 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. So then the value that's repeated, x minus 4, is written once. The terms in front, 7x squared and 5, are in another set of parentheses. Again, we can't factor that. First of all, there's no formula for sum of squares. And then don't forget to put that original GCF 3 in front. So this is your final answer. Those are your factors. So first step, you take a GCF out, take 2 out. Now we're going to factor what's inside the parentheses by grouping. So I have my red bubble and my black bubble. So for the red bubble, my GCF is 4x squared, so I'll factor that out. And then when I factor out 4x squared, I'm left with x minus 3. I copy and paste that over here, and then I look at the black bubble and say, okay, what times x is negative 5x? What times negative 3 is 15? And I decide it's negative 5, so that goes in front of the parentheses. Then the terms in front go in one set of parentheses, term repeated goes in the other, and again, I can't factor 4x squared minus 5 because square root of 5 is a decimal, so can't go any further. Don't forget to bring that original GCF down in front. Now we're done. So we come